Hey, what's up? Turn 19. Thank you, Lord. Thank my family. Thank my parents, my mom and my dad. Thank my brothers, my siblings, my aunties, my uncles. Thank my friends. Thank you everyone for the birthday messages. Thank you, my family, Lord, for just getting to this age and the birthday itself. Really grateful. Really grateful. There's a lot it takes to live another year, right? Not just to survive, but like to thrive till another year. I think this 18th year of my life, the 18th year of my life was very driving. I think it was a very blessed year. I'm truly grateful. I think that's what the post I'm working on is meant to showcase, and just how humility is not even just found in the failures, but rather in the success and knowing how that success comes about. That's what I'm going to talk about. I'm going to talk about my 18th. Oh, I am going to talk about them. I'm not going to talk about the post. I'm going to talk about my 18th year. I remember when I turned 18th, my mom asked me, how do I feel now I'm 18? Right? I don't know how this idea came about. It could have been through a friend. It could have been through me propagating the idea. But I love when I use new words in my vocabulary. Um, but it could have been the idea was that's kind of weird to ask them how they feel when they turn a certain age, because they have like no knowledge of what it is to be like that age. Like they've heard stuff, but like in terms of actual lived experience, they have none. So it probably makes more sense to kind of reflect on how they were in the previous age. Like if I turned 18, it's probably better to ask like, oh, how was 17? How was your 17th year of life? That's a weird phrasing of it, but you get the idea. I think that's what I want to kind of do here for a bit, not the whole 18, not 18 minutes, just like a couple minutes to kind of reflect before I go eat dinner. I think when I turned 18, in this like there wasn't much difference. I think like, the biggest difference in my head was just like legally, I'm now an adult, right? So I think that was like the biggest difference. But then as I grew into it, I realized it's much more of 18 is just like you're now an adult, right? And that comes with all the benefits and the consequences. I think one of the biggest things it came with is taking initiative in your own life. I think that was something I was blessed to, I think doing to a large extent of my life, but I also think there was something I dislack on at moments. I think as I continue to grow in the age, it's something I had to like pick up much more to an extent which felt uncomfortable at times, but I got used to it pretty quickly. Even though I didn't always step up to the plate at times. Like sometimes I nearly missed flights. I say nearly in emphasis because I didn't miss them. Probably wouldn't have, but who knows. I didn't miss flights just because like I overslept, forgot to put an alarm, and those are stuff where I had to like take the initiative to make sure those didn't happen or did happen. Whereas let's say like I'm 17, I'm living in my room like this room here. Let's say I oversleep, someone can just wake me up. I catch the plane, right? So it's very different. That also applies to academic stuff. So like you're in college now, so really you don't have to attend any of your classes. Like if I don't attend any class in college, then I'm GG. I'm good. I can just continue as long as I pass the exams, turn in the homework and all that. But likely that's not gonna happen. I'm probably going to like this cycle where I do not do that and I fail the class and kind of messes up my academic trajectory. Whereas in high school, like you're required to do those stuff, right? And I think there's trade-offs because like not having to attend every class is very beneficial, especially like when you're a college student. Because like sometimes there's something else that's more important. I remember like I had the National Conference of Undergraduate Research, right? So I didn't have to even go through a process to just not attend the classes. Went to the conference, presented my research, and that was really amazing. I think that was something I'm also really grateful for. But I think this has been a blessed year. I think this is just more so me like focused on the aspect of taking initiative um, as you're 18. But I think in my 19th year, I'm excited to see what that's like. I wonder if it's gonna be like 17. Because 16 is like a milestone, 18 is a milestone, 17 and 19 are more like in between years. I think a lot of character development can happen between them. But something I do want to focus on this year is continue obviously being a kingdom man. That's always the number one thing. I also want to become more technically. I want to work on more technical projects. I am happy I've continued to do that through the Leo SGB RAG project, Retrieval Augmented Generation. I think I just want to continue down that path, become more advanced in my knowledge. I think I've become a good leader. I still want to excel in that, but I also want to make sure my technical skills match my technical knowledge, if that makes sense. So it's not just, it's one thing to know about AI. It's one thing to know about like, AI technologies and all of that, but it's another to know how to build them. I think lastly, I want to become more fit. I want to work more on increasing my physical stats. But I have to go eat. So besides, I have nothing else to say. So have a great day.